Hey guys, Jamstrap here and welcome back to another video. In this one I'm going to be showcasing you guys my Death Guard army so far. The ones I've painted so far, I should say. Now before I begin, I gotta say I actually made a bit of a boo-boo with this one. I was planning on bumping up my Death Guard to 1,000 points and then doing like a little showcase of my 1,000 point army. But just before I started recording, I was like, you know what, let me just double check. I don't want to look like a fool. No, got a battle scribe and realized I put in too many Plague Marines, so this is actually a 900 point army. Yeah, so I balls it up a little bit. But I've calculated with either this bad boy over here, this little Blight Hauler, or if I get a 20 pack of, oh man, my brain's gone dead. I can't remember what they're called now. Poxwalkers, that's the one, Poxwalkers. I can get 20 of them or paint this up, and then I'll be 1,000 points. So technically, this is not really like a nice rounded off number right here. So apologies for that. But basically this army is like 90% the Dark Imperium box. And I thought, you know what, while I'm in lockdown, I've already done 1,000 points of Space Wolves. Check that video out if you want to. So I might as well bump up the Dark Imperium guys that I did before to 1,000 points. So anyway, let's stop jibber jabbering and actually give you guys a look at some of these. I apologize, my hands are filthy. I've just been priming and stuff all day. Now, I don't know if you'll notice like a kind of difference in quality. I don't really think so because the Dark Imperium box is actually what brought me back into 40k. So it's kind of like my first proper 40k army I painted up. But I just didn't get back to it again after a while. I mean, for a while. So I think it's what, like 2-3 years later I've like decided to start painting up Death Guard again, even though I own most of the range. So yeah, that's my Playcaster dude. I much prefer the one from the Space Marine Hero Series 3, which I do own. I'll paint him up, he looks awesome. But yeah, that's kind of like my color scheme's kind of like this off-white, yellowy bone color. I do realize it looks kind of boring, but I think when I fully jump back into Death Guard again at some point, I will do some like grime and leaking oil streaks and stuff like that. Yeah, quite happy with this guy. Like I said, this was my first like proper army I painted. It was like, well, I mean, like this level of detail compared to, I mean, I did like skeletons and dry brushing and stuff like that before, and this was my first proper layering and highlighting kind of thing. And I think, yeah, it's not looking too bad. So I'll point out the ones that are a bit newer at some point. But yeah, I'll get to my probably should have started with the troops first. I don't know why I'm going with all the cool ones first. But yeah, this is one of my favorite ones in all of the Death Guard range. The Lord of Contagion. He's just badass. And yeah, you can see how the base I made here, little bricks and stuff like that. I think it looks pretty snazzy. Bit of rusted grating is kind of the theme of the army is kind of like a destroyed rubbly city kind of thing. So I'd imagine they would be attacking cities and stuff like that. But yeah, not too sure on like the purple and all that kind of stuff, but I think I might come back to this guy at some point because I feel like my skill level's gone up a bit more. But I think it looks pretty decent. All right, let's move on to my troop kind of things going on here. Okay, so comment below which one you think is the most recently painted out of these two. I think they look pretty much the same. I don't think there's much difference there. I think the only thing that's really changing my painting skill is how fast I paint. But yeah, this guy is the older one right there, and this is the one I did a couple of weeks ago. Don't know if there's much difference, to be honest. But yeah, this is the Dark Imperium one. This is like the multi-part kit here, apart from the backpacks from the easy to build ones. Like I said, I won't bring up every single one of these guys, apart from, I don't know, Death Guard are extremely characterful, so you could probably look at all of them. Right, let's have a look at this guy. I really like. This is one of my favorite poses of the Dark Imperium box, which I'm pretty sure is either out of stock now or it's about to be out of stock anytime soon. There's actually supposed to be a grenade there that snapped off. I need to put that back on. Yeah, the reason why I kind of thought like, oh, this white armor and stuff wouldn't be too boring is because I was planning on putting grime and stuff on and chipping and that. So right now it's not looking too entertaining. Yeah, I'll show you one of the newer ones I did as well with the Blight launcher there. Yeah. Alright, let's grab two guys from here. So the leader and probably this one. So yeah, this is well, these are both older versions, but did these about 2-3 years ago. Yeah, definitely grind that sort of probably too much. I don't really like this easy to build model. Yeah, I don't like the pose and stuff like that, but yeah, it is what it is. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, on to some of my favorite ones in the kit. When I actually bought the multi-part kit, I decided to make a close combat unit, even though I know Plague Marines aren't the best. They're probably better at sitting in buildings and shooting. At least last time I played them, that was kind of the case. But yeah, this is the Sergeant dude from the Dark Imperium. This is a really, really cool one. A lot going on, but really, really dig this one. Quite happy with the way that one came out. I just like that model, to be honest. The model looks badass. And then one of the ones from the Space Marine Heroes. If you want to see all the ones you get in the Space Marine Hero kits, I've got videos up of them. This is one of the newer ones as well. Painted up like last week, I think. Definitely my like painting flesh skill has gone up. I think before I just kind of dry brushed the faces because I didn't know how to layer too well. But yeah, I really, really like this one from the Space Marine Heroes kit. It looks pretty sweet. Especially that flare was that little dude jumping off there. Not jumping off, holding on, I should say. And the little guy screaming. Show you one more out of them because I like the close combat looking dudes. And yeah, another one I painted last week. I really like that Nurgle's rot. I think it helps this model like have some sort of vibrant popping out color. Makes it look super gross, and I like it. Like I said a million times at this point, I think they'll look much better once I've added a bit more weathering on there, but they'll do. They'll do. And I really like the playstyle of Plague Marines and I mean Death Guard, so kind of excited to get these done. To be honest, I'm mostly excited to paint up the new version of this because this guy I don't really like. He's probably my least favorite one in most of the Death Guard range, and yet the new one is probably the best looking one. I wonder if that's why they've got the new one because that one is so lame. All right, on to the little plague drone dude. You know, another slightly fancy base. You got some skulls, some bricks, some broken things, a little bit of ooze coming out the pipes there. If I can focus in. Yeah. Some rusty chains. It's always great to have a little bits box you can find stuff to just stick all over the place. I'm kind of thinking of maybe adding some like grass or something like that because bases are slightly boring, but yeah. Yeah, looking at these, to be honest, considering I painted them like 3 years ago, it was kind of like my entry back into the hobby. I don't think they're too bad, to be honest. I mean, this skin probably needs some highlighting. I haven't really done any sort of highlighting up on this, but it still looks tabletop ready. Yeah, if any of you guys are interested in my recipe, comment below if you want me to do like a painting tutorial or something like that. I'll definitely give it a shot. So yeah, let me know below. I've actually got another two of these guys. So if you buy the multi-part kit, because it comes with different faces like this, and this body from the Dark Imperium, you can normally find them really cheap for like £10 or something like that on eBay, in the UK anyway. And you can just kind of swap out the faces so you can get multiple of them for really, really cheap, and that's what I did. So I've got one of every variant. So yeah, that's that guy. And lastly, my Demon Prince. Now I've already shown off this guy in a previous video on my channel, but I'll give you guys another look now. Since that video actually, I added a bit more like rust spots on his sword and added a bit more color dry brushing on the base because before it was just pure grey and it didn't look very good. Now this guy was a lot of fun to paint. Like most Nurgly Death Guard things, you can grime him up and make him look nasty and stuff like that. Yeah, I enjoyed doing the sword. I think that was pretty cool. Edge highlighting all that bone work over there took quite a long time though. Now, he looks kind of dirty and grimy, needs a bit more, like everything else. But not too bad. He's going to be leading in armies. I think my kind of like main dream when I started Death Guard was I wanted Demon Prince like kind of being the leader of a host of demons like plague bearers and nurglings and little blight drones and stuff like that, and then have my Lord of Contagion, bringing in all like the mortal kind of plague marine dudes. And who knows, maybe I will do that at some point. But yeah, like I said, it's a bit of a cheat video, I guess, because it's not really 1,000 points. It's not a nice rounded off number. But you know, I popped that guy there, and that kind of makes it 1,000 points, I guess. He's green, you know, it counts. So yeah, eventually I'll be painting up maybe like another 500 points, 1,000 points, something like that. Then I'll give you guys an update. I'll definitely be getting in some of the Death Shroud Terminators. I absolutely love those models. I'll probably just get all the Terminator models because I love Terminators. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Not a lot of models because Death Guard are quite elite, but they but damn do they take a long ass time to paint though. Well, for me anyway. But yeah, comment below what you guys think of my army here. Like I said, some of them I painted like 3 years ago. Some of them were like last week. And yeah, let me know if you want to know the recipe and all that kind of stuff. And as always, if you liked the video, you know what to do. And if you enjoy this kind of content and anything else I already do, maybe check out my channel and subscribe, guys. Also, I know a lot of YouTubers always say like, you know, click the little bell notification and stuff like that. I never do it, but yeah, if you want to do that as well, that'd be pretty sweet. But until then, guys, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.